And then we have our wonderful architects who have created this amazing visual from Schinkel and Schultz. Please raise your hand, anybody who's from Schinkel and Schultz. And those that will be moving the dirt here shortly from Wharton and Smith, our construction crew. We are absolutely thrilled. Some of you may be new to Orange County, and some of you may have been here for multiple generations, but there is a very, very long history in West Orange County. Actually, it goes all the way back to the Indians. We have American Indians that were living along the lakes here. And we made history again when the pioneers came, and the settlers came, and the growers, and the farmers, and the cattlemen. And now we're growing something different. We're growing community. We're growing houses, we're growing businesses, we're growing entrepreneurs, and we're growing the leadership of our future. We are in this place where we're going to have future musicians, future actors, future inventors, entrepreneurs. Labels, we don't even know what they're going to be yet because the job hasn't been invented. They may invent the new job with a new job title. But more than that, we are going to have another anchor, another wonderful educational anchor in our community. We are blessed in West Orange County and all over Orange County to have an incredible, nationally recognized school system that we can be very, very proud of. But it is that way because of investment. It is that way because we come together. Sometimes we fight it out like family members, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we come together and we build and create something new and wonderful that will leave a legacy here for future generations. So we have many parents and community activists on both sides of the issue on where this high school should be. But at the end of the day, everybody knew we needed a high school and agreed that we need to move our future forward. Challenges may not be complete, but our day is now in the sunshine, just like the clouds have cleared for us today. So with that, I would like to move the program forward because I know you want to get out of the heat. And I would like to introduce two of our brightest stars, Miss Emily Sadlier from 6th grade at Bridgewater, and Mr. Brian Paulsen, a 9th grader at Dr. Phillips High School.
Good afternoon. My name is Emily Sadlier, and I can't believe I'll be here today and be part of history. Not everyone can say they left behind a legacy when their high school was built. I look forward to bringing my own children back someday. I will be proud to explain how a community of strangers joined together all in the name of their children and became one big family. I am especially happy that my high school is much closer to my home. I will be able to participate in after-school activities as well as attend local games. I also hope this means I can sleep later. I would like to thank Mayor Jacobs, the county commissioners, Mr. Scott Boyd, and Pam Gould, and the many neighbors our school will have for all your support. As you will see, my friends, new and old, are here today in different colored shirts. This represents all the different communities coming together to unite to create a fabulous high school. I hope to see our neighbors supporting us and maybe even volunteer when our school opens. Our parents, as well as many of us children, passed out flyers in the hot sun, got petitions signed, and attended very long county commissioner meetings. We have so much of our heart invested that this school will be extraordinary. We have learned true leadership, qualities, and what it means to stand behind your beliefs while using our judicial system. No other school can say they opened with a stronger sense of community and school pride, such a beautiful area. Trust that we will respect your beautiful neighbors and only plan to keep in forever young with new life and excitement each year. Currently, West Orange high schoolers volunteer at special needs camps, local schools, as well as hospitals. This high school will make a huge positive impact, one you will be proud of. Give us a chance. We will not let you down. From the class of 2022, I leave you with a quote from Emerson. Nothing great was achieved without enthusiasm.
Good afternoon. My name is Paulsen, and I'm a 9th grader at Dr. Phillips High School in the Center for International Studies Magnet. I'd like to give my thanks for being asked to speak. It is an honor to be here for the groundbreaking of what is not just a high school, but a milestone in our community's history. This high school is not just a new addition, it is also a representation of our virtues. Compromise between two sides who manage to set aside their differences for the greater good. Unity and teamwork to achieve our goals, and a dedication to a valuable education. Shows that we had a problem, and we, as a community, worked together to fix it in a way that benefited everybody. I chose to attend the CIS Magnet program because the high school I am zoned for is very overcrowded. And while I probably won't go to this new school, I'm glad my little brother and little sisters, our friends, neighbors, and other kids their age will get to go to this brand new school, and I'm glad to see this school, the newest addition to our community, become a reality.
Well, I'm going to do my best to channel my inner, I should say, CAC order. Because you never want to follow CAC order to the stage, because New Rockney had nothing on CAC order. But you know what? Y'all made this school happen, and I think that deserves the loudest cheer I can elicit out of you. Let's give it up! Emily and Ryan, that was excellent. Thank you so much for your comments. It really brought home to me, and I think to all of us, why we're here today. You know, I was reflecting this afternoon on what I would say, and it occurred to me that in colonial times in America, or in pioneer days, entire villages would turn out to raise the local schoolhouse. Nowhere is that truer than with this relief school. It truly, you've heard the cliche, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, in this case, it took a village to raise a school. So thank you. I want to mention some names, though, because, you know, candidly, the politicians will get up here and speak. I'm one of those. You'll hear from school board members, county commissioners, other elected officials. But it's really you all that made this school happen in the literal sense of the word. And when you name names, you get in trouble. Forgive me if I forget anybody, but there are some folks who really stepped up to the plate and who made this happen. And it's not just these folks I'm about to name, but it's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of similar people who worked with us hand in hand, who strategized with us, who planned with us, and who made this school happen. So among those is Patrick Spikes, Leanne Flynn, Marcy Scatoni, Jane Brenner, Beth Stegman, I'm losing my sight as I get old, guys, Denise and Joe Malazzo, Blakely Myers, Julie Sadlier, we just heard her beautiful daughter Emily speak, I believe, Lisa Morrison, Marlene Kirkland, Mr. Singh, Judy Paulsen, who we just heard her wonderfully well-spoken son speak a moment ago, Kim Rogan, Penny McLaughlin, Sandy and Brian Pico, Yolian Amadeo. I'd like all of those folks and anybody else, and I know I see some that I'm forgetting. Raise your hands if you were on our team to make this school happen. Let us give you a big hand. Thank you. One of my favorite sayings, and I actually memorized this when I was a young man because it just speaks loudly to me, and I'm going to, if you'll forgive me a little bit of poetry, not very good poetry, but poetry I love. The credit belongs to the man in the arena whose face is covered with dust and sweat and blood, who knows the great devotions, the great enthusiasms, and who covers himself with sweat. And at the end of the day, who if he fails, at least failed while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. We have tasted victory here, and it is because of you all. So thank you very, very much for that. I particularly want to thank Mayor Jacobs and the County Commission for making the school happen. You're about to hear from Commissioner Boyd here in a second. You know, sometimes the most beautiful babies are born of, I'm told by my wife at least, the most difficult labors. This was certainly a difficult labor, but I will tell you this school is going to be absolutely beautiful. And at the end of the day, Mayor Jacobs made this school happen. She could not be here today, and I know Commissioner Boyd, I'm sure, is going to give her regards. But I'll never forget one day finally, I had it up to here and I picked up the phone and I called Teresa, and it was a Sunday afternoon. I was at my son's lacrosse game when she called me back, and I wandered off to a far side of the field. And we both had the same sentiment. I don't claim any credit for this, but I said to her, I said, Teresa, this has gone too far. We have got to bring this in for a landing. We have got to make this school happen. And it was at that point, thanks to the leadership of Mayor Jacobs, that things started to happen, that wheels started to turn over at the county commission level, and that we were able to avoid any further litigation over this school. So Mayor Jacobs, I know you're here with us in spirit today, if not in body. I want to thank you in particular for making this school happen, because without your leadership, we would not be standing here today at this groundbreaking. The last thing I want to say, and this is just a blunt, naked, unabashed political message. We cannot wait for these schools to be built any longer in our community. Orange County Public Schools, folks, grew by 5,300 students this year alone. Now, when you think about it, 5,300 students is enough to fill fully 2 of these prototype high schools that we're building. It could fill literally 4 of our prototype middle schools or 6 of our elementary schools. We're going to be sitting down with the county commission and with the leadership and the guidance of Commissioner Boyd, Commissioner Jacobs, and we're all of the same mind. We want to create a better mousetrap. We want to create a better system to make sure that we can get schools out of the ground quickly, because I will suggest to you that it is imperative for the life, the health, and the well-being of our community that we not go through these travails and struggles again, and we start to get these schools out of the ground on time so we can relieve the severe overcrowding we have. And we'll close with this, and I know I'm preaching to the proverbial choir here today when I say that we've got to get back to a point as a community where schools are points of pride for our community. There was a time in our community when schools were desired by the community, and if we built a school more than a half mile down the road or a quarter mile down the road, we actually had homes and communities and neighborhoods upset at us that we weren't building the school right in their backyard, right in their community. I would suggest to you that a school is the community's family room or its kitchen table. It's a focal point of the community. It's where the community comes together. And when you're talking about out here in West Orange, Horizons West, and all the development that's going out here in Ocoee, Winter Garden, Oakland, Windermere, the schools that we are building will become the centers of those community, and we need to recognize that in all of our fast-growing areas of the county. So I'm certain with the leadership of Commissioner Boyd, who it's my great pleasure to introduce next, we're going to work through these issues. We're going to figure out a better way together, working in partnership, as he has worked with us when we brought this school in for a landing and finally got it off the ground. We are going to work in partnership to make it a better process so we don't have to recruit the dozens of you and take all the time that we took out of your very busy lives to get this school out of the ground. In closing, thank you very much. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Ryan, because at the end of the day, this school is about y'all, and I'm so pleased that at least for you, Emily, this school will be open by the time you get in 9th grade. Unless you're a lot older than you look. Ryan, I'm not so sure with you, but it'll be open before you graduate. So thank you all very, very much for all that you have done. And at this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce my friend, Commissioner Scott Boyd. You know, this was a difficult process for all of us, and a lot of folks don't realize that when you hold elected office, we are professionals, and we realize that just as Ms. Gould said, sometimes family members have to disagree, but at the end of the day, you love each other, you give each other a big hug, or in Scott's case, a big handshake. Love you, Scott. I'm not going to give you a hug today, but a big handshake. And you work together to make sure you don't have those family feuds in the process. And at the end of the day, Commissioner Boyd made this school happen, and he deserves a ton of credit for it. So, Commissioner, thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you, Bill. And it's a pleasure to be here. It's hard to believe that I'm an '87 graduate from West Orange High School. West Orange Warriors, and this is the 4th relief school for West Orange, from what I understand. To represent Southwest Orange, one of the fastest growing areas in the country, as well as the state of Florida, being a part of this process has taught me a lot. And it was something that I cut my teeth on when I first got onto the county commission and continued down the road and pathway for the last 6, almost 7 years, until to where we're at today. But I will tell you that I want to thank so many of the residents that are here. I've worked with so many of the folks that Chairman Sublette had mentioned that are here, even special focal groups that came and met with myself as well as other individuals who are on the other side of the issue. And at the end of the day, you know, we came up with a great school, a great compromise that I felt that the school board members as well as the OCPS staff and the residents are going to be very proud of. I also want to recognize a group that weren't able to be here today. That's a small little group of individuals from Dr. Phillips when they were building the Olympia High School. They came in, worked with myself as well as some of the residents who were in opposition of the school and kind of talking about the process and going through that. And it was a great process throughout this entire endeavor as far as getting this school going. I think the process works. We came up with a very high-end, I think a very good-looking as well as a very strong anchor for our educational facilities out here in Southwest Orange. I don't think you're going to see anything like this anywhere else in Orange County. We got the off-site stadium that Orange County is going to partner 50-50 on, that the community is going to continue to be able to use. School board members have been always open. All of them had met with me over the process of the last 5-6 years. And the residents, you know, you all are the ones that really all kind of work together. And I got to tell you, you guys are very organized. You guys did a great job. Everybody in the community really worked together to get to where we're at today. So for that, I just want to thank all of you that are here today. I'm looking forward in 2017 when the bells ring and we get to play the first football game over at the Jonathan Scott Pine Park, which is named after one of our deputies that was killed not too long ago over in Dr. Phillips. It's going to be just a great school for the Southwest community. Thank you.
Okay, I know you're hot, and I see clouds. So, at the end of our ceremony, where we actually flip some dirt and we get a great community picture, and I mean community picture, we are recessing to the West Orange Country Club. If you need directions, let us know and we will help you get there. It's not very far from here. There are many people who didn't get recognized, and if your name was not called, please know that your efforts are appreciated. It's hard because everybody who has shown up here today has had a stake in this game, and I know Lisa Morse in particular took a lot of late night calls from me. So, and I also want to thank our general counsel, Woody Rodriguez, and yeah. And of course our superintendent who couldn't be here today, but Dr. Barbara Jenkins. But the two of them have been really a key part of my sanity since I was elected, and really helping to guide the system and allowing us to have a lot of those community meetings that Scott talked about that had not been done before, and showing us how and embracing that. And then, of course, Principal Szynski, who I saw here, there he is, has been patient, very, very patient as we go through this process. And so have the kids and the families of West Orange High School. And we really are doing it for them as well as the future generations. So with that, what I would like to do now is ask our elected officials that are under this tent to go over by shovels. We won't all have a shovel, but that's okay. And take your hard hats and put on, your lovely hard hats. Okay, it doesn't fit my head. And then after that, I would like to get our all of those involved in the building, the architect, etc., and the other elected officials to come over as well. And then I would like the chamber ambassadors on each side to bookend that, and then our community, please come in behind, because I want this picture to show the love and the care and the camaraderie of this community, and that it does take all of us. So if you all will get in place as best you can, and then Lauren will help guide.
We're supposed to stand on this side. Pam, other side. Bring the shovels around to the other side. Bring your shovels.
All right, everybody, we're shifting sides. So all the shovelers go to where we're in.
Oh, no.
She's behind the people. She can't get the picture.
And then try to get back in place.
We'll try to get as many people in there. You know, we need a drone from above. That's what we need.
I think we lost our shovel, but it's okay. Bill! I think we're Bill! Bill!
I didn't want to see your head is so big.
William.
What's your name? Bishop. Oh, but you're definitely going to be coming to this high school. Very good. Okay.
I'm not sure. It might be 9th grade or it might be 10th grade.
Do you have the, how far is it from your home?
It's less than 2 miles.
Oh, this is a lot closer than any of the other high schools.
Right over there.
Great. Well, have a good day. Trevor, right?
Christina.
Are you going to be in this school also?
Yes.
Oh, starting in...
2 years, so she'll do 11th and 12th grade here.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, wow, congratulations. You're going to be part of the new school.
Yes.